Hello everyone, this is Luxury PL38. Today I would like to do an unboxing on one of my most eagerly anticipated handbags. It is from Louis Vuitton and it was very popular when it was launched last month, and I was aware of this style coming out a little bit too late, and because of that I wasn't able to get a hold of it and it was sold out everywhere. So I was trying to get a hold of it, and my SA, she still tried to get hold of this, but unfortunately I came across another SA from another locations, and she was managed to track down one of these for me and I was able to get it. So let me just show you what it is. Let me just put the box here. Okay, so this is the receipt. Unfortunately, when it was first launched last month, the price was 2,800. I believe it was 2,800 something Canadian dollars. But now, because Louis Vuitton has just increased their price recently, I believe it was only last week, a lot of the Louis Vuitton handbags and small leather goods has increased, and my SA has already warned me about that. But unfortunately, this was one of the item that has increased as well, even though it was just launched last month, but the price is now 2,980, so there was around $100 price increase for this particular item. And I just want to show you, this is the price tag, 2,980, so it was up about $100 since it was launched last month. And yes, this is the Vanity PM in reverse monogram. So let's get into the actual unboxing itself. So you can see the nice little ribbon. Let me just put the ribbon aside. And as you guys are aware, it always comes in a dust bag, the Louis Vuitton dust bag. And this is the reverse monogram. And just put the box, I'm sorry, the camera just moved. Just put the box aside. The reverse monogram is quite, I would say it is actually in a nice location. It does make the bag itself look very unique. Well, not unique, but it does makes it a little bit stylish, because the reverse monogram is on the top and the bottom. If you guys have the canes, you notice the reverse monogram is here. It's not at the top and the bottom, it was actually around it. So that's one thing good maybe Louis Vuitton is trying to differentiate, because it is quite similar in terms of the structure wise. The canes, it's a round structure, whereas this is a vanity case, but they do have the same handle, which is made in leather. And let me show you the base, the feet. It does come in 4 little nice flat. If you look at the feet, it does come in a flat metallic feet, and I like the gold hardware of it. It does look a little bit of a higher end metal. So the material that they use on this is actually quite a good materials. Let me show you the back. And even the canvas itself, you can feel that it is very nicely done. It is of a thicker materials, and the reasons why, let me show you the NICE. This is the NICE Mini that I have purchased a couple of months ago. And the NICE, it's actually one of the vanity case that Louis Vuitton has for quite a while. And they do have 3 sizes: the regular size, the BB versions, and the mini versions. The mini is the smallest of all. So the mini was actually released a year or 2 years ago, and it was very popular, and that's probably the reasons why Louis Vuitton decided to do a vanity case, because a lot of people are trying to put a handle on this so that they can use this as a handbag. So a lot of people are trying to put a shoulder strap, a chain strap, Bear in mind the NICE Mini and the NICE BB, they have a different kind of handles. And the regular NICE, I believe there's one that actually comes with a handle, but it's actually quite huge. It's enormous. So it's not practical to use that as a handbag. And a lot of people are trying to do a shoulder strap for the NICE Mini, which is very ideal for a handbag, and that's probably the reasons why Louis Vuitton actually released the VANITY PM, which is this one that comes with a shoulder strap. Let me show you the inside of this. It has a zip. It actually opens up very nice. It is easily opens up. I like the zipper pull out. As compared to this, let me quickly show you. This is the NICE versions of it. It does not open that well. I have to hold on to it on this side, as you can see on my other hand, and then I have to slowly pull it out. So it does not open up as good as this one. I believe it also encompasses the better materials. Maybe that's why I can actually open with one hand, because this is meant to be a handbag, a shoulder bag. So if you use this as a crossbody, it's much easier for you to open with one hand as opposed to this one, the NICE. If you decided to purchase this and put a shoulder strap on it, just be aware that's one of the cons. It's difficult to unzip, whereas this one you can zip and unzip easier for some reason. Okay, and it comes in this. Let me show you the inside of it. Made in Italy, and it does have the microfiber interior, like a velvet interior, smooth microfiber, and it does come in a black color. It has a back pocket, and you can see that this is actually one layer, and the canvas is on the outer layer, so you do feel that there is an extra thickness of this VANITY PM. You do feel that it is actually of a better structure and a better material that is used suitably for a handbag, as opposed to this, the NICE. This one, the interior itself, it's more like a waterproof materials, and if you feel the material, it's actually not as nice as these materials. And you can also feel that it is only one layer. I can't feel anything, whereas it might be two layer, but the material itself, it is not as nice as this one. I think this is coated canvas. You can feel the differences in the canvas itself, and also you can feel the inside, the interior. It is of a nicer, very nice and smooth microfiber material, which is more suitable for a handbag from Louis Vuitton. So in terms of the shoulder strap, well, this is what it comes with. Let me just show you what it comes in a package. It has that tag that you can put here. You can tie it around here, the Louis Vuitton tag, the key tag. And obviously it comes in a care booklet. And this is the, see how it says 2,980, the VANITY PM monogram reverse. And this is, I believe, the keys and the lock. Okay, that's the lock and the key, which is standard. You can actually hook it up on the, see how there is a hook here that you can put the lock on. So you can actually zip it up and hook it up like the Alma BB. There is another hook here. So the two chains, you can actually hook it up and lock it up using this lock that comes with it. The most important thing I would like to show is the shoulder strap, because this is the one that's been causing a lot of it is one of the newer shoulder strap that Louis Vuitton released, and this is one of the bags that Louis Vuitton used this. If you look carefully, it does have the ladder and a chain, so it kind of reminds me of the Chanel strap for the classic and for the Chanel handbag strap. It has that ladder and metal thing if you look closely. The only difference is the metal is actually goes around the ladder instead of the Chanel one. It hook up differently, but it does have a very similar design. This actually looks more like a fish bone. If you actually had a fish, a whole fish, and if you take out the flesh, you will see that the bone structure are like that. So this is the chain strap that has been causing a lot of buzz, and it has a lot of people talking. It is gorgeous. So let me just put it up for you. The Vanity PM is one of the handbags that has this chain, and I believe there's a couple more handbags that Louis Vuitton started to put on this kind of chain materials. But I love the chain. However, I just want to remind everyone that the chains actually feel a little bit heavier than the Chanel chain. It does feel a little bit heavier, and it is not long enough for a crossbody unless you're very petite. But see, the chain itself, it is I don't really know if a lot of people will have problems using this as a crossbody, but personally I am able to squeeze it in as a crossbody, but it's just not very comfortable. It's just on the waist, but because of the handle itself, it is not very comfortable, because if you wear this as a crossbody, it does not feel as comfortable as other handbags that is meant to be as a crossbody. Also, I just want to point out the fact that this is actually smaller in terms of size as compared to the NICE Mini. And let me just try to zip it up first. And that way I can just do a comparison on this. The height is basically very similar. However, it is the length that's not as, see how the length itself, it is not as long as the NICE BB, and the width is not as thick as well. Let me just put that up. It is not as thick. Probably about a quarter or half an inch. So in terms of what fits in, this one does not hold as much as this, but bear in mind this is actually a proper vanity case that you can put your cosmetic, and you can put for traveling, you can put a lot of things. This is meant to be as a handbag. So that's one of the reasons why it's just a little bit smaller, but yes, you can fit in the largest phone, for sure you can fit it in, and it does hold quite a fair bit. But let me quickly show you the Gucci one that I have. This is the Gucci Vanity case, which has the same functions as the NICE. It is definitely bigger than the biggest of all three. Look at the size comparison. This definitely is bigger than this for sure, because this is the biggest of all three and this is the smallest of all. But the handle is the one that actually makes it very comfortable, because you can definitely use this as a handbag. It is meant to be a handbag as compared to the NICE, and it is so much nicer in terms of the materials. It feels so much smoother, and this is also the reasons why I feel that it is justified that it's 3 times the price of this. I know a lot of people actually use this initially as a handbag when they put a shoulder strap, but personally, in terms of handbag wise, this, you can tell the quality that Louis Vuitton use on this handbag. It is very good. The microfiber, you can feel it, and even the coated canvas outside, it just feels more finished, and it just have a very nice feel to it and a nice design as compared to the NICE. And also the handle and the shoulder strap, obviously it makes this into a very nice handbag. But one final sections that I would like to do a comparison of is the Chanel. Let me show you. One of my Chanel vanity case. They call this a vanity case, even though it looks a little bit more like a bucket bag. And I actually did a video, my previous video, comparing this to another Louis Vuitton bucket bag. But I just want to compare with you, because the handle itself, it is very similar to the vanity. It is not a big handle, unlike the other bags that has a longer handbags. Even the canes from Louis Vuitton has a slightly longer. So I actually like this as a vanity bag, because I feel that this has got a very nice and cute structure as a handbag itself, and the chain strap is definitely long enough as a crossbody, because I use this as a crossbody as compared to the Louis Vuitton. You can see the chain strap length. The Chanel one is definitely for a crossbody, and the Louis Vuitton Vanity PM, it's not long enough for a crossbody. It is only for a shoulder bag. In terms of the height wise, let me just show you. I do apologize if the video come out a little bit longer than I expected. In terms of the size wise, you can see the comparison. This is taller, but this is also a little bit, the length isn't as long as this. The width, the Chanel one is just slightly a little bit longer, but this one has no feet, and the Vanity PM has feet, and it just makes it looks like a very nice handbag itself, especially with the shoulder strap. But of course this is cheaper than the Chanel. This is actually retail for 4,300, I think. Purchased this last year, and this is retail for 2,900, but this is all leather. So except the inside, except for the inside, let me just show you the inside of this. It's actually fabric, so which is not as nice as the Louis Vuitton. The inside was microfiber. So that's the comparison between the Vanity PM that came out from Louis Vuitton, the Chanel, and the Louis Vuitton NICE. Once again, thanks for watching, and if you do have any comments, please do so in the sections below.